Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz, May 19, 2015, 11:59 p.m. Birmingham. Topic: Jade Helm soon and the next 90 days vision. Russia will side with Iran. Of course, we know that. They've been doing it, but they want all the old Russian bloc countries back under their wing as well. But it's not going to happen. Turkey, they want to keep the fire lit in the Middle East because as long as the Middle East is on fire, Turkey tends to remain a strong country themselves. And if I could read my own writing, China will hurt really bad. The recent, I don't know if you've heard it, they shipped out a bad batch of sheetrock. I mean, in the hundreds of millions of dollars. And also bad hardwood, the laminated flooring, and this wood flooring place business that you see on TV at discounts. They're the ones that have the bad hardwood. So China, this is just two of the many things, but these are going to hurt China to the tune of billions and hundreds of millions or billions. And on top of that, it seemed like China, they're beginning to crumble a little bit around the edges. And when they happen, or when they start doing that, then they're going to come after us for payment. Peace, June the 30th, go for Israel, Iran. Mideast postponed from April the 3rd and set the new goal at June the 30th. Peace for Israel. September 2015. Every person who has visions, who has seen visions, sees major problems. The fall begins in September 11 through the 13th, it happens here in America. Israel, the blood moon, the final blood moon coming on September the 28th, 2015. A change is coming. French foreign minister fears September the 15th, 2015. He sees major problems, but he did not say what. The Pope, number one issue in 2015 is climate change. Will try to force his church and all Christians to obey him. He wants churches to yield to him, to come under his control. Did you know that? And several of our preachers have done that. Kenneth Copeland is one of them. This Rick Perry is another. Schuler is another. They've given over their allegiance to their people to the Pope. And the Pope is going to be the number one guy to force some sort of thing on everybody for the control of global warming, which is a large, huge, big scam. There's not a such thing as global warming, has been proven over and over and over. One volcano that went up last June in Mexico City put more pollutants in the air, and that one volcano, than all the humans on earth since time has began. But yet the atmosphere cleans it up. Did you know that all this stuff, the exhaust, your everything that we put up there hits in the atmosphere. And you know, every time it snows, it brings it back down to the ground. All of it. Up there, every 1,000 feet you go, you drop 5 degrees. When I used to fly, when I left Birmingham one day, I left at 90 plus degrees, and I climbed out at 8,000 feet, and I'm sitting at a cool 50 degrees, so figure that. And all the way into Mobile, which wasn't far, and then coming back, I did the same thing at 8,500 feet, and I'm coming back at 52 degrees. When I landed, it was 95. So everything that goes up supercools, and when it has a particle floating, then, you know, water will not freeze. Pure water without a particle will not freeze. But if you put a tiny particle, it doesn't matter what you put in it, a tiny particle, then it'll freeze instantly, and then it'll start growing. And it doesn't seem like much, but when it grows into a snowflake. And then when you have hundreds of trillions of snowflakes fall, you have hundreds of trillions of bits of pollution falls. There's no such thing as global warming. That's a crock. And so that's what I have on that one. But what the goal of the Pope is, when he forces the global warming laws to the world, and this world will do it, and it will break the world. It'll crush the world because of the tremendous amount of money it costs. Just like we have that kind of money laying around everywhere. But number one, it gives him the religious leadership. He becomes the religious leader. Just like in Saudi Arabia, when Obama went over there and kissed the hand, the ring finger of the religious leader. The Pope will be the next religious leader. And then there will be a political leader. He will be the Antichrist. You know who he is. He is the Antichrist. And what happens when they open the Cern collider? Through Haarp and Cern, they open a portal. They open the angel unlocks the key to the bottomless pit. Apollo comes out, enters into the body of the Antichrist, and now you got Satan sitting on the roost, and he's the ruler of the world. That's what Cern and Haarp is about. To release Apollo so he can enter into the body of the Antichrist. So, this makes sense for the Antichrist to be seated soon, because the time for the things to be lined up properly with the magnetic field, the Haarp magnetic field, the Cern collider magnetic field, when everything lines up with the Earth magnetic field perfectly, then that's when the angel will open the pit. We think we did it. Our evilness did do it. And then that's when Apollo comes, and that's when Apollo takes off and jumps into the Antichrist. And who do you have? You have the false prophet. Jody Wolf Expoz.